Hello class, in this revision lecture we'll be studying about the two other secondary rules of interpretation, that is Noscitur A and Reddeno Singula Singulus. The first two were covered in the last lecture and the next two, I'm covering in this lecture. As I have already told you, don't get stressed out by listening the names or reading the names of these maxims. The names might seem difficult, but they are in fact very easy. So let us start with Noscitur A. It is a Latin term which means the meaning of a word may be known from accompanying words. It is also used for interpreting questionable words in statute, where when a word is ambiguous, its meaning may be determined by reference to the rest of the statute. It is one of the rules of the language used by the court that helps to interpret legislation. For the case with Noscitur A Sois, the questionable meaning of a word or doubtful word can be derived from the association of that word. Basically, the saying which we always use, that is, a man is known by the company it keeps, same applies on Noscitur A Sois. It is, if I translate Noscitur A Sois, it means a word is known by the company it keeps. If I try to translate Noscitur A Sois in the simplest form, it means a word is known by the company it keeps. That means if you want to interpret the meaning of a word, you just check the other word with which it is accompanied, like how we have done in एजेस्टम जनरस में एक लिस्ट ऑफ वर्ड्स होती थी जिसमें से एक कॉमन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक क्लास हम बना लेते थे. दूध दही घी पनीर की बात हो रही है तो मतलब डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स की बात हो रही है. वैसे ही Noscitur A Sois में we do the same thing. We try to make a class of out of it, and then we try to derive the word. So if the court is ambiguous about a particular word or a phrase in a statute, then court can see with what words it is accompanied with, and then the court can interpret the meaning accordingly. I hope it is clear to you. Reddeno Singula Singulus basically means that it refers to each, referring each phrase or expression to its corresponding object. Basically, this rule of interpretation is used where there are many types of many subjects and predicates used in the same line, same statute, same provision. Subject is about whom we are talking in a sentence, and predicate is what we are talking about that subject. Subject predicate आपको पता होगा. Subject मतलब क्या, किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो. Predicate मतलब किस, उन जिनके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, क्या बात कर रहे हैं उनके बारे में. So when there are many subjects and predicates it becomes difficult to understand what is the which subject is talking about which predicate. For example, when a will says, I devise and bequeath all my real and personal property to A. See, here there are two subjects used, devise and bequeath, and two predicates, real and personal property. So it becomes difficult to understand whether you are going to devise your real property or personal property, or you're going to bequeath your real property or personal property. What you are going to do with what? So if I apply this rule, if the court apply this rule of Reddeno Singula Singulus, then it can be easily formed that if you can devise your real property and you can bequeath only your personal property. So this is the importance of this rule, and this is how this rule is used. One subject to one particular object, other subject to other object only. I hope it is clear to you. If you find any difficulty, you can get back to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. There are many other examples also given. You can go through these examples also. If anyone shall draw or load any sword or gun, the word draw is applied only to sword, and word load is applied only to a gun. So this is how, if one subject is there, only it will correspond to one object. ठीक है, एक चीज एक के बारे में बात करें. Sword, you can draw a sword and load a gun. So this is how it solves all the problems for the statutes which has more than one subject and more than one object. I hope it is clear to you. If you find any difficulty, you can get back to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you, class.